This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
Well, good evening to you. We've been tracking some showers and storms and some severe weather earlier this afternoon. The good news is that severe weather threat is now gone. We're just dealing with a little bit of rain, especially down closer to I-70 Effingham. Still seeing some of those showers over to the Casey area. A few sprinkles still near the Shelbyville area as well. Notice the storm tracker Doppler loop as we show the showers pushing out of the area. We are still anticipating a few showers here and there, but wow, look what happened to the temperatures as a result of the rain. It's 65 in Effingham right now. So a calm evening here ahead. May find a shower or two. We'll talk about additional chances of rain in the forecast coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
The time frame really is about 7.5 seconds.
That's how long it took for the lives of 3 men to be changed forever. We are now learning more about the shooting that left 2 men dead, including a Champaign police officer. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Last Wednesday, Officer Chris Oberheim was shot and killed. State police released the body camera video today showing what happened that morning. Because of the graphic nature of the video, we are not showing all of it to you. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is live in our newsroom. Jamie, the video shows who fired the first shot.
That's right, Jennifer. Darian Lafayette fired the first shots, and Officer Oberheim's gun never left his holster. The Champaign County State's Attorney says Officer Jeffrey Krill's use of deadly force was legally justified and appropriate. Around 3:30 that morning, Officer Krill and Officer Oberheim responded to a domestic disturbance. The officer saw a man leave the apartment and get into a car. That man was Darian Lafayette. Video shows both officers approaching the car, and it took about 7.5 seconds from the time the officers first spoke to Lafayette to the time Lafayette came out of the car with the gun.
Officer Oberheim's weapon, in fact, remains in his holster throughout. He never is able to unholster, and Officer Creel does not take his weapon out until after he actually was shot, and then is able to get himself up and assess the situation, see Lafayette standing over Officer Oberheim, and then draw his weapon and take a very appropriate action.
Officer Oberheim, Officer Krill, and Darian Lafayette were each shot 3 times. Lafayette died and Officer Oberheim died at the hospital. Illinois State Police are still investigating. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jamie, thank you. Now, Officer Oberheim was laid to rest yesterday. His funeral procession from Decatur to Monticello was lined with thousands of flags. WCIA 3's Bryce Beament is with us now. Bryce, the community took those flags down today and the weather did not stop them.
That's right, Jennifer. It was a downpour, but the people of Monticello said the rain didn't faze them because they knew they had to pick up those flags to honor Officer Oberheim. And the people actually put up the flags in Monticello up on Monday to line Officer Oberheim's funeral route. The Flagman mission continues, provided every flag. Those I spoke with who helped take them down said they wanted to do their part to help honor the fallen officer. The CEO of the Flagman mission continues, says their mission has now finished. In Monticello, I'm Bryce Beament, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Bryce, thank you. A man was convicted of murder in Effingham County. A jury found 37-year-old Christopher Glass guilty of murder, concealing a homicide and battery. Police arrested him and Aaron Kaiser after 29-year-old Kimberly Mattingly was found dead last year. Investigators found her remains buried in rural Beecher City. Her family told WCIA 3 last year Mattingly could light up a room with her smile. An Urbana murder suspect is in court after being on the run for almost 3 years. Keith Campbell was accused of murder in 2018. 27-year-old Martez Taylor was found dead outside of a party at Florida and Curtis. U.S. Marshals arrested Campbell 2 weeks ago in Cook County. The Sangamon County coroner has identified the man whose body was recovered from a lake last night. It happened at Lake Victoria in Springfield. He's been identified as 23-year-old Jonas Revel. Witnesses told police they saw him take off his clothes before disappearing into the water. A dive team was called in to recover his body. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. The Danville Fire Department needs a new building for training. The fire chief says the old one is used to teach firefighters different skills they need to do their jobs, but it's about 50 years old. An engineer who inspected the tower says the 3rd and 4th levels can't be used because of the condition. So the chief says they've been using vacant structures for training.
You take a small house that's not in very good shape anyway, and one shift comes in and does some training like that in that house. Well, now they've tore it up enough that the other 2 shifts won't necessarily be able to use that same structure, so it limits us a lot.
The department is trying to find out whether it's more cost efficient to make repairs to their current tower or build a new one. Now, for a Target 3 investigation, 1 in every 9 bridges in the state is in poor condition. This is a federal standard that could mean anything from beams deteriorating to the bridge deck just coming apart. So whose responsibility is this? In Illinois, the state is responsible for a little more than 30% of the bridges that are in bad condition. Maintenance is managed by IDOT, paid for by tax dollars. Plus, as bridges age, the bumps and cracks can take a costly toll on your car.
We'll get a car in here and it'll hit both the right front and the right rear tire and blow both the tire and the rim out. Well, guess what? You know, they're spending probably $600. Then they got front end problems. You know, that could be another $1,000. So, you know, you could be spending $2,000.
Our Target 3 investigator, Renee Cooper, will be here tonight at 6 to talk about the condition of bridges in your area and what's being done to fix the problem. Looking now at the latest COVID-19 numbers in the state, 42 more people have died since yesterday. New cases are down. They're now reporting just under 900. The positivity rate has also decreased. It's now at 2.5%. Nearly 64,000 people were vaccinated yesterday. The 7-day average is more than 67,000. Nearly 5.2 million people in the state are fully vaccinated. A city council member says people may face more convictions than ever before in Decatur. Right now, there is an eviction moratorium in the state, but that could change. Decatur was given $500,000 in federal money for mortgage and utility assistance, but only a portion of it has gone out. Councilmember David Horn says that's because the application to get the help was 20 pages long. But the nonprofit Dove and the city were able to cut it down to 8 pages. Tonight at 6, what else they're doing to make the process even easier. Railroad crossings can be dangerous. Now they're getting safer in one town. Plus, it was the site of a train derailment earlier this month. We'll tell you how close crews are to getting those crossings fixed.